trauma, I think, is a big part of gang activity and being in gang membership in a whole. I mean, it plays a big part. I mean, if I was never traumatized, I would never seeked out and got involved with the gangs. But because I could just speak about self. So if I wasn't damaged, if I wasn't damaged goods already in the 80s, so I have a saying, the same thing hurt me, I became. So what did that mean? So my grandmother was murdered, so I became that, a murderer. So it wasn't my dad, I wasn't there in my life and all that shit. What it was is that my grandmother was my mother, because my mom had me at 16. So when she got, someone broke in her house in the middle of the night and strangled her and beat her and raped her and killed her and stuff, and she tried to call the police and she got strangled with the telephone cord and stuff like that. That was the breaking point for me. That's when I became emotionally shut down. I ain't know about no fucking gangs. I just knew that I was angry. I wanted revenge. I was hurt, and the person in my life that told me to look at people, as people and not color, because they thought I was adopted because she was so fair skinned and everything, and she just loved the people in the neighborhood, and you can't come outside with a popsicle because if you only had one, she send you to the store, get a whole bunch of them, then you can come out because everybody needs to have one. So when that person got murdered, I became emotionally shut down and numb and started going downhill. And when I say downhill, I was traumatized from that. That fucked up my emotional system and my psyche. I started thinking and doing things different. The only thing I had was the dog, because humans failed me. Oh, you couldn't do anything. I was supposed to spend the night with her that night. Well, you couldn't do anything about it, because you were too little. You're too small. I was a small little guy, but I had the dogs. The dogs gave me that animal therapy connection, whatever, but I still needed to work through the issues, and I didn't get there until I did my crime. Then I got locked up, and then I started going inside all this trauma that pushed me to gang activity, because I needed an outlet. You can only put so much in a cup, then it overflows. So if you got something that you can keep outletting and venting, then you're gonna feel my pain. And, I'm angry. Why are you so angry? You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm so angry, because I never dealt with the cancer, of my trauma, which was grief.